Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we got a bunch of news to get to. A bunch of newsy things are happening, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to go and have a look at all of these newsy things. We've got new products, we've got an important new ruling, important for, well, I think it's important, and we've got ourselves a look at some booster pack art that we really should have seen earlier, but never mind, it doesn't really matter. So let's start off with the new products, although when I say new products, take that with a pinch of salt. These are products that were previously revealed and talked about that we now actually have a look at and we can see in a bit more detail. These are the True Steel Premium collections, which are going to be featuring both Zacian and Zamazenta. Now, these are very, very cool products. Now, they do officially come with one of two promo cards and one of two finely sculpted figures and one of two collector's pins. And obviously the Zamazenta box has the Zamazenta promo pin and figure, and the Zacian has the Zacian promo pin and figure. And it is worth pointing out that these were Japanese promos that we've not actually had released yet. So, kind of cool that they're making their way over here. They were released in their own little boxes, shall we say. And now we get them here. They're not terribly inspiring cards. I have done a video about them. I will pop a link to it in the description. Zamazenta does 130 for 4 energy and takes a bit less damage from attacks, which is, fine. And the Zacian does 60 damage and flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active, or for 4 energy does 190, but you've got to discard 3. They're not out and out terrible garbage Pokemon, they are just not particularly good Pokemon. But these are not boxes that you buy to get particularly good Pokemon. These are boxes that you buy because you get a figure and a pin and a nice shiny promo, and you get yourself a bunch of booster packs. I should mention you get 6 booster packs, and these retail for $30. So 6 boosters, plus the figure, plus the promo, plus the coin for $30. Seems about right. That seems about fair. These are the kind of things that your serious hardcore players are probably not going to venture that far towards, because the promo's not that playable. But then, if you're looking for presents for people, and you can be like, hey, so you get yourself 6 packs and the shiny promo and the figure and the pin. Oh yeah, and it features the Pokemon that's on the front of that game you've been playing for a while, either Sword or Shield. These seem like the kind of products that aren't necessarily going to be for the hardcore player base, but absolutely are cool products that will have their place in the game. So cool. Now, the good news is we've also finally been shown the dummy artwork, and it is only dummy artwork, but okay, let's just have a look at it, shall we? It is Astonishing Volt Tackle, the new set coming out in Japan, and this is the dummy artwork. And the thing is, when we say dummy artwork, there are different levels of dummy artwork, all right? This is clearly a proper picture that somebody has taken time to actually draw up, and you've got the Pikachu with the Charizard coming in after it. If we compare that to some dummy artwork we've seen in the past, we can see that sometimes it is literally just the stock Ken Sugimori artwork in front of a coloured background. So the Rebellion Crash dummy artwork is just the standard Ken Sugimori Toxtricity artwork in front of a coloured background. It's not exactly something that has really been commissioned. At least not as new artwork. Obviously somebody had to take time putting it together. And they're cool, I like the dummy artwork, but it's clearly not what the final ones are going to be. We could look at the Fairy Rise one, where they just took the stock artwork for free fairy Pokemon and put them on a pink background, yeah? These are proper dummy artwork. This is dummy artwork, make no mistake about it, but this is more, not, well at least, I can't say this for certain obviously, but this seems very much more like not final artwork than actual dummy artwork will do it properly later. Again, when I say do it properly later, I in no way mean to denigrate the work of the people doing the dummy booster packs, but we've seen two types of dummy booster packs. Ones that are very much placeholders and they're going to do a completely new image later, and ones that are, look, they're not final yet, so bear with us, and this seems very, very much like the latter, like, for instance, the dummy artwork for the VMAX Rising booster, which, I mean, if we compare it to the final VMAX Rising booster, I think it's fair to say that there is more than a passing similarity between the dummy booster we were shown and the final booster pack. Does that mean there's going to be a Charizard in the set? Maybe. I mean, there is a strong implication. It certainly confirms what we think we knew about Gigantamax Pikachu being in the set, which means we are going to have a Pikachu V, and we are going to have a Pikachu V Max, which is going to feature Gigantamax Pikachu, and this might shock you to your very core, but the dummy artwork, the mock-up artwork I've put on the screen here, is not an official Pokemon picture. It is, in fact, a near indistinguishable mock-up I did to show you roughly what a Pikachu V would look like. Please don't be upset if you can't tell it apart from a final Pokemon V like you would pull from a booster pack. I really did put the time and effort into this to make it look indistinguishable from a professionally produced Pokemon V. But it is just a mock-up. So we know we're getting Pikachu V, we know we're getting Pikachu V Max, and maybe we're getting a Charizard, although that is unconfirmed as it stands at the moment. Now, the last piece of news we've got today is delightful for me on a personal level. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we had a card revealed recently from Infinity Zone, Smokestick. And Smokestick is a very nice Pokemon tool that basically says that when it is attached to a Pokemon, and that Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack, instead of picking up prizes for KOing the Pokemon, you discard them. So any prizes you would take for the Pokemon that has been KO'd, in fact, get discarded without being picked up. Now, immediately, my mind went to what would happen with Jirachi Prism Star. Now, there are a couple of ways to look at this, of course. I mean, on the one hand, it is fair to say that this is Jirachi Prism Star is going to be rotating out at about the time this is released. But then again, it's still going to be a question in Expanded, so I still do think it's something we need to look at. Now, I suggested that the ruling was going to be Jirachi got discarded. Now, I should remind you at this stage, Jirachi Prism Star says that if you draw it as a face-down prize card and you've got a bench space, you may bench it and draw an extra prize. I suggested that Smokestick would discard Jirachi before you were able to bench it, and therefore you would not get an extra prize if you drew Jirachi as a face-down prize card when knocking out a Pokemon with Smokestick attacked. And I am absolutely delighted to tell you that over in Japan, they have given an official ruling. It has been officially ruled that it does work in that regard. It has been officially ruled by the Pokemon Company over in Japan that when you take a KO on a Pokemon with Smokestick and draw a Jirachi Prism Star, Jirachi is discarded and you do not get to bench it and take a prize. It does not work. I wasn't sure they were going to give an official ruling. Now, having said that, in Japan, they do actually have about 3 months between this set coming out and the rotation. We're going to be getting this in Darkness Ablaze, which means there's going to be basically no time between it coming out and rotation, although it will obviously still be relevant in the expanded format, where both the cards will be legal. But I love that they've made an official ruling. I kind of love that I was right, I'll be honest with you, but I'm more chuffed that there is an official ruling, and I am delighted. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to pass this over to you. What do you think about these True Steel Premium collections? Are they ones you're going to be looking to pick up? What do you think about this dummy artwork? How excited are you for Gigantamax Pikachu? And of course, what do you think about this ruling? Is it the way you expected it to go? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, me nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And please do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays, where you can find out about a whole bunch of games that don't have Pokemon in, but are pretty gosh darned awesome nonetheless. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.